Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Dollfie Dream sister, Altria Pendragon, otherwise known as Saber, from the Fate Grand Order series. So let's get started. So today I have with me the Dollfie Dream Saber, or also known as the Altria Pendragon, and she's a DDS. And we're going to kind of take a look at things from start to finish, head to toe. We're going to talk pros and cons because I've got quite a few out there for her. So let's start head to toe. And we're going to start obviously with her wig. Her wig is very nicely made, I will say. It is very beautifully done. It looks just like in the anime. It's beautiful. I love it. It does require some styling. So if you have her or are planning to get her, and we'll get into where you can get her and everything, do keep in mind you're going to have to style her wig a bit. It is a little bit of a pain to style, especially that cowlick that she has going on. And I've used some wax and stuff on her, and that seems to help a little bit. But the crown right now that I have on her is what is kind of helping keep that in place. Now, speaking of that crown, she does come with it. So everything that you're going to see on her, except for her shoes, is everything that she comes with. Now, that being said, the crown is only being held in place by this triangular, almost like, it's not quite a pin, but it's like a spike at the very front inside of the crown. I'll see if I can wiggle that out of there and give you a look. You can see there. So, and that just basically goes, you're going to have to pull her hair up. Like I said, it's a little bit of a problem, and stick that peg firmly in there to get it on her. So I'm going to leave it off for now because it is a pain to get on, and I need two hands to kind of do that. So that's, I guess you could say, con number one. Now, her bow on the back is just a pin. You just stick it right in there. Super easy to do. She's got a beautiful face, and I'll try and get her real close for that. She has got a stunning face. I love her eyes. She's quite beautiful. I cannot say enough good things about her face. Her body is a little bit on the peachy tone, I would say. It's not as like white or anything as you might expect, so she is on the peachier tone. Her body is the I do believe the F3 body, so you're going to get the newer body. She does come with quite a few articles of clothing. Now, one of the main articles that you're going to see is her dress. Now, her dress does come in multiple pieces. So I'm going to take this robe off now that you can see it, and we'll take a look at it in a little bit. As you can see, her dress is very much like the anime. It's got those puffy sleeves and everything. Now, you're going to see that she has like these pantaloons, and then she's got a petticoat, and then she's got this, which is a completely different piece, and then she's also got her main dress. Then here, her dress does have wire, so almost everywhere where you see this gold trim is a wire, and that is to make the dress stay in place, stay full, really pop as far as, the details. The details on her are, they're all embroidered on, so it is not printed or anything like that. So please, have confidence in that aspect. She does come with regular feet as opposed to, just her armored boots. However, she does not come with shoes. She is wearing some shoes that I had spares of for one of my other dolls. And that's basically her in a nutshell. Her armor pieces. Now, this is where, unfortunately, we are going to have to get to the nitty-gritty about this. Now, of course, as mentioned before, she does have her king's robe as well. It has a nice little fasten on it. You just kind of loop that in there. It's very soft. It's a faux fur and a velvet, which is really nice. And then wire in the trim again here. her armor pieces are all plastic. And there's a lot to be said about those pieces. I put her in her outfit, her full armored outfit, but I only put her in her full armor for a brief couple minutes to take a very brief picture before I put her back. Or put all the armor back, I should say. The problem with the armor is it feels very cheap. It feels like a very cheap plastic. There really isn't a whole lot of structure to it. Now, she also does come with the belt that she has to kind of hold that front flap in place. And again, that too is embroidery and everything as well. And then all these pieces. Now, there's a tremendous amount of pieces that go with her to put on. Some are easier to get on than others. Her hands, as much as they look articulated, they are not. They are just like plastic, hard plastic sculpted hands. So you will take off her actual hands and put these ones on. And they do come with hand joints, so you don't have, skin and then, the armor piece. So it doesn't look odd. So that, I will say, is a very positive point in that aspect. But again, these pieces are plastic and they're very flimsy, I would say. They're sturdy, but they feel cheap. And maybe that's the better term. The arms go on. You put the arm pieces on, and then the hands. The feet, same, the knee and shin guards, and then the feet themselves go on. Now, when you put the feet on, there is a gap between her leg and her armored foot. There's a gap, and it's meant to be there so that you can get the flap over. And it does make her look much taller than what she is without the armored feet. So there is a change in her height when you look at that. And the basic change, she goes from a DDS to a DD when wearing the armored feet. And it's a little weird, but it's a very odd design choice in my opinion, but we'll keep going. Next, then, you of course have the side pieces that go on the side of her skirt. These are one of the big cons that I have with this doll, is because you have to take that belt, and there's a very small strip that you have to feed through it. In the process of feeding it through, because it is a snap piece that goes back there, it is not easy to get through. And as a result, what ended up happening is the piece that gets threaded into there broke. Now, it would appear that these little buckle pieces are only glued on by the tiniest piece of glue. So I have no issue, I don't think I'll have a problem, gluing those back on there. But do keep in mind that if it breaks, you can't get those side dress armor pieces on. So that's a problem in from my perspective, if you can't get her full, armor going. Then you have the chest piece and the back piece, and they are magnets. They hold together on the sides all around, is very tiny little magnets, and you're supposed to just kind of slip them on. In my experience, they did not go together all the way, and that left the armor pieces to fall completely off. With just the slightest touch to her, which was very disappointing in my opinion, because this is a very expensive doll. This is not a cheap doll. So to see that happening with the armor pieces was very disheartening. Seeing her all together, amazing. It was very cool seeing her all together. but it was also very saddening and very disheartening to see those pieces and know, oh, well, that's broken and that's just going to fall off. And if I look behind her feet, I'm going to see these, pegs and stuff, and I'm not going to see, it flush, and the knee doesn't hold, the shin and knee guard doesn't hold all the way up to the shin and knee to give that illusion. And it was just, in my opinion, extremely disheartening, especially, like I said, for how much you pay for these dolls. And let's get into that. Let's get into costs. When this doll initially came out, she was $1,200. $1,200. Now, keep that in mind. Your average, Dollfie Dream or DDS is between $4 and $6. And then you add that they're a character. Okay, you're going to pay more. All right, fair enough, but you're talking $1,200. That, in my opinion, kind of breaks it a little bit for me, because if her armor was a little bit better made, if it held on a little bit better, if it didn't feel so cheap, if it, were more easily assembled, I would say $1,200 was a bargain of a buy. And maybe that's why it was $1,200, because the manufacturing was not able to be done on a costly means to create this doll. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I can say that the choice to do this, I would have paid more for better quality, especially when it comes to Volks dolls. You expect, primo quality when it comes to their items, and this to me was a letdown. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I don't love this doll, because I do. I love her. She's one of my Grail characters, so to have her as a doll was absolutely amazing. I thought it's great, 100% worth it getting her, in my opinion. Now, that being said, I also paid a significant amount less than what she's going for on, say, eBay and in doll groups and everything else. A lot of doll groups are still staying within that $1,000 to $1,200 range. Now, I would say if you want to purchase her brand new, you can get her off of the Volks website. She is still for sale for $1,000. You are going to pay shipping. If you want to get it for a little bit cheaper at the time of this recording, the Japanese yen and the dollar are fairly distant from each other, so you will get her for about $800. Now, if you do some digging around places like Mandarake and Mercari, you can get her for as little as $600 to $700. And that, in my opinion, is a bargain, and that's actually what I paid for mine. She was brand new. She had only been taken out for pictures, never put on her outfits. Her outfits were still sealed. Her wig was still sealed. Everything was still sealed. So you can get her for a bargain buy if you're willing to look around and perhaps even wait a little bit. I would say with the yen being what it is right now, it might not be a bad idea to start thinking about investing sooner rather than later. I don't know what the yen will be. I can't read the future, but I can say right now, it is a good deal. Other than that, like I said, she is an absolutely amazingly beautiful doll. I absolutely love her. I wish they would have come out with more outfits for her personally, because I would love to see her personally in her black suit. I love that suit in the Fate anime that she wore in Fate Zero. I love that suit. Otherwise, they do have other outfits for her, but they're going to be a little bit hard to find. If you look on the Volks website, you can see they did put her in some outfits to kind of showcase, different outfits. They usually use different dolls, and you can see what outfits really look good on her. But I would say with the eyes that she has, with those eyes, stay with the navy. It looks amazing on her, in my opinion. But that's just me. Anyways, so yeah, that is my review of Saber here, and hopefully it's kind of helped you. I know there's some people out there that are kind of still on the fence about getting her, and hopefully this helped. I mean, definitely if you can get her, you know, for a little bit less, or say, you know, you can't, you know, get her for what, you know, what she's going for on Volks, then do check out the secondhand markets. Otherwise, you know, if you're looking to get her and you really want to make sure you get her brand new straight from the source, please go to Volks because she's still available there. I will link everything down below, and hopefully you'll enjoy her as much as I do, because I just think she's beautiful. All right, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks for, you know, staying tuned with my channel. I know the video uploads are a bit sporadic at the moment. Hopefully I can get back into a routine again. I hope you have a great day, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Stay safe out there, and as always, be good to each other. I'll see you again real soon. Bye.